astride the crossing. I'm reaching for a lifelike fate. You stumble to the cellar door, and your fragments glitter the islands of a giant. Ooh, through a border's eye. No one to steady you, gaze. And all the things a pound of flesh can't buy. Where have you gone to? Where have you gone to return to me, to return again, return to me, return again.
Hello! What's up, everybody? Warren, Rasta, Red, Dax, Solipsist, Sokoman, Colette, and Tar XQC, Bullvine, Cassie, Seraphine, Calyx. Good to see you all. Ivy, thank you for the tier 1 6 months in advance. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. Long-term commitment. And that's 2 months total so far. Thank you. Hope you've been well. How's everybody tonight? It is Wednesday. I was actually surprised to see it was already Wednesday. Only 2 more sessions this week. And then it's already the weekend. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's see. Oh, come on, Steam. Boom. Yeah, nice run yesterday. That was great. Lots of new discoveries, unexpected twists. A cliffhanger that I frankly couldn't have come up with if I tried. Perfect. What's up, Mopo? Yeah, I like that the ending of the run was basically a continuation of me just calling out stuff before it happens, just as almost the entire run happened. Yeah, what if those 2 steps that I just spent come to bite me back and, you know, it's gonna be like 1 step short of something. The Balvaniel, how are you doing? Nice. Well, good luck, Albaniel. It's a journey. Cielo. You know, yesterday overall was probably the best best day we've had on this game so far. Today is day 9. I'm excited. I'm a little tired, I will admit. I was tired after the stream yesterday, obviously, you know, almost 9 hours. Very much 9 hours of work, including, you know, prep. Without a break, too. And yeah, I'm a little tired today, but I'm ready to go. It's a pretty good sleep. Are you still not finished with it, Colette? You're still playing the game, right? I saw you were still in the category yesterday. Thankfully, I have my entire FFZ setup, blurs, titles, and thumbnails. I only see the category. You're not done? Okay. It's a little scary. But I mean, the game is so non-linear, I don't think one's experience translates to another one's experience very well, so we'll see. My FFZ title blur broke. Yeah, I noticed that the other day too, and then I reset the settings and it worked again. I don't know. I think Twitch's API is fighting back. What's up, Eve? How are you doing today? But yeah, at this point, like, it's insane how... I don't know how many of you use Twitch with an ad blocker, but man, both YouTube and Twitch are becoming really good at making their websites like barely usable if you have ad blockers. It's very annoying. Did I say without? I meant with, to be clear. Yeah, Mopo, my ad blocker still works on Twitch, but it takes, like, you can tell it takes a few extra seconds to start the stream, and then you get like the lowest quality possible, like literal like 160p for the duration of the ad. Even though you don't see the ad, which is wild. Yeah, YouTube is worse. YouTube, it can take like 30 seconds before a video starts. It's a Brightwood. Yeah, Mopo. This one hasn't been working very well for me for a while. I'm using AdGuard. But some days, like you suddenly will have a day where AdGuard doesn't really work, so then I switch to uBlock Origin Lite for a little bit, and then switch back, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but it is what it is. Yeah, X. Some people I know, including Nasrallah, have tried Brave, and it literally does nothing for them. It's as if they had no ad blocker. I think a lot of this shit is, you know, it really depends where you are, what like level of rollout you are in the like, you know, smaller like updates, and what kind of ads you're getting served by the website. Like, I feel like there's a lot of like location-based bullshit going on into this as well, on top of everything else. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone's having like different experiences. Like we actually a couple of times we've seen that in real time with Nas, where we're using the same ad blocker and we're like, oh yeah, no, mine doesn't work today. Oh no, mine's fine. Completely random. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, you know, what the settings were, but I hope ad blockers never die. I have a feeling that with the, you know, the rise of AI and all that, unfortunately, you know, the websites are getting better at circumventing those issues, because I'm sure they're using models to learn how to, you know, train their systems to counteract the effects of ad blockers. I don't think we'll get to the point where, you know, we'll always be able to find ways to block the ads, but they're gonna make the websites literally unusable if you have an ad blocker. I think that's the end game, and you will end up caving and disabling your ad blocker, because with it you can't use the website anymore. So I think that's the end game that unfortunately we're slowly drifting towards, but we'll see. In that case, I'm getting glasses and headphones that block ads. Yeah. Wait until we reach the point where when you go on Spotify, you get ads mid-song. That's the next stage we haven't reached yet. There was an announcement not too long ago that YouTube Shorts are now more profitable per view hour, like per, you know, hour of view time. I don't remember how the metric's called exactly. I should. That's part of my job, I guess. Than normal long form videos, right? Which obviously the reason for that is that, you know, with shorts you can sneak more ads in between, right? So the ratio to from ad to content is much higher with shorts. Right, X. Spotify free on mobile is literally unusable already. Yeah, but you only get ads between the songs, right? Which is very annoying, of course. But as far as I know, you don't get ads in the middle of the tracks, which I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna last very long. We're reaching late stage advertisement frenzy, you know. Yeah, Sila. That's crazy, yeah. Wait, on Spotify mobile, you can't just listen to a playlist? Unless you pay? It's just a shuffle, and they mix in other artists than the one you picked. I don't understand how Spotify got as big as it did. Well, I mean, yeah, because they weren't doing that stuff to begin with. That's how, but... everything is bad. Remember when we talked about the fact that Discord was being purchased by like a, you know, bigger corporation, and that will slowly see the platform deteriorate and all that? Have you noticed now how you used to have like your friends list, right? When you're in your DMs, right? You have all your direct messages, and on top there was just a little thing that said friends, and you clicked on it and you had your friend list, right? Look at how many fucking things there are now before your DMs. It feels like there's a new one every month. There was Nitro, then Shop, now it's Quests, which I don't fucking know what that is. I haven't clicked on it yet. Did you do your Discord quest? I have no idea what it is. I legitimately haven't clicked on it. I think I'm scared. Yeah, X. It starts with the downfall of Skype. That's how it starts. If you want to study the Discord monopoly, you need to start studying the downfall of Skype and how shitty that company was. And you know what? Discord's going the exact same way, and the next company that's going to take over, it's going to be because of Discord's downfall. Wait until they prevent you from doing DMs unless you are like a paying Nitro customer or something. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Eventually it's gonna happen. I have a feeling. No, I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong, but... What's up, Zia? What's up, MIT? How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm mostly using YouTube for music, I myself. But... yeah. Thankfully on my phone I have Revanced, which Revanced is still impeccable when it comes to enjoying YouTube without any, you know, of the annoying parts. Don't know for how long that's gonna stay, but it works. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you, Battery. Appreciate it. Yeah, interesting. This is an interesting metric. I mean, I know TikTok is like gigantic, right? I didn't know YouTube streaming was that. I mean, it's one of those things. I think what it comes down to, Eve, in that statistic, I think, is it's just the sheer number of users, right? You will have like random nonsense streams that are just on. Like, look at how many like TV stations have like YouTube lives going all the time, for instance, right? Like news stations and all that. I think that plays a big part. And then there's the sheer like mass of users that are just doing like random streams of nothing interesting. Same with TikTok, it's just the sheer number of users, right? I think, you know, I think, and again, I mean, it's the reality of what, you know, the data is correct. Now, if you're looking at what's actually happening in those streams and the quality of it and sort of like the purpose and the meaningfulness of those streams, I think I would assume you'd find that Twitch, you know, is you don't have a lot of random streams that don't do anything on the stream on Twitch, right? At least as far as I can tell. I mean, I'm sure they exist, but if they do, just the sheer fact that there's less users on Twitch than any of those other platforms means it's going to represent less of the you know, less of a portion of the total streaming on the internet. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah. What's up, Macron? I'm starting to believe that so many of your predictions being right is you giving them ideas. Listen, Zia. I would do that work for a tiny percentage commission. If they want to contact me and know what to do next, to screw over everyone, I will do that work for a very tiny percentage. Because it would still amount to, you know, incredible amounts of money. No, I agree. I'm also surprised. I think it would be interesting to see a stat of how many of that mass of streams are literally streaming to the void with no one watching. I think that'd be interesting. Yeah, I know, Zia. My dad always said, you know, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. That's why I only bullshit my paying subscribers. Never, you know, never free ones. I'm really curious how the start of the run's going to be today. There's so many uncertainties about the end of yesterday and how it's going to transition into today. In my mind, you've been sitting like this since yesterday. It's not too far from the truth. No, I had a good sleep. I'm still tired because I've you know, there were a lot of long streams recently, but still good. Yeah, would you consider a save mod if it exists? I don't think so. Again, still in the spirit of, you know, playing the dev intended experience, right? If I want to call it a day before my time has come, that's a consequence I have to accept, right? It's part of the, you know, part of the game loop, I guess. Nothing forces you to finish every run, right? I just do it because, I don't know, that's what I do. So no, probably not. Probably not. If the game had the feature, I'd be very happy, but I still prefer playing the dev intended experience. Why would you suggest such a thing? Yeah. I mean, to me, like, mods go into different categories. There's two categories. There's the technical mods, which I don't mind using if it helps with the streaming experience. For instance, a game that mutes when you tab out, right? That was the case with Outer Wilds, for instance. I had to install a small mod to make that not happen. That's just to preserve the vibe of the stream, right? It doesn't affect the actual, like, game experience, right? And then there's the stuff that's actually sort of a design decision or that has design consequences. Like gameplay design. That part I usually prefer not touching at all. I understand your concern, Mopo. I'm fine. I did get good sleep. I'm just, you know, middle of the week, past the middle of the week, long streams. I'm a little tired. It's fine. You know, I can go 2 more days and then enjoy a nice weekend. That's gonna be fine. Listen, a month and a half ago, I would start the week feeling a lot more exhausted than I am now. I'm fine. What's up, Kushin? How are you doing today? I'm not ill with deathly concern. That's a beautiful sentence. Well, you should be. Wow. I guess Mopo doesn't care about me. Reminds me of I saw a TikTok trend recently of, you know, there's all these TikToks of like couples. They have like a TikTok together, and some of them are really cute. There's a couple called, I think, what are their names again? Meg and Jack, I think. They're so fucking cute. I love whenever I see one of their TikToks. I don't like follow anyone on TikTok or something, but sometimes I scroll a little bit and then suddenly I end up on one of theirs and I'm like, yes, I love those two guys, those two nerds. Meg and Jack. But anyway, I saw like there's a trend that goes around those like circles of girlfriends asking like trap questions to their boyfriends, right? And no matter the answer, they have an option to react, you know, offended as if as if it was the bad answer, but both answers are, you know, bad kind of. And so that's kind of like the situation we're in right now, Mopo. No matter what you say now, you've dug your grave. I'm gonna be offended no matter what. What's up, Shamo? Would you still love us if you were worms? Can worms use a credit card to subscribe to the channel? See, the problem is I don't care about I don't care about hurting certain people. So I'm a poor client for those kinds of questions. What's up, Quasi? Vanya's response to "Would you still love me if you were a worm?" is "I love you even more." The problem is I'm too rational for those questions. Every time you present me with a question like that, I'm gonna need context. I'm gonna need to dissect what it implies. Were you always a worm? If so, no, I wouldn't have even looked at you, probably. Right? Do you become a worm overnight? Then, you know, is it a permanent situation, or are we looking for a solution? I'd be looking for a solution, probably. Or rather, my first question is, do you want to be a worm? If you want to be a worm, I'll let you be a worm if that's your, you know, life aspiration. I'm not sure I'm on board for the rest of the relationship if you're a worm, but, you know, I will definitely respect your wishes and make sure you're well taken care of as a worm. See, I'm just, the problem is I'm too rational for those questions. I always, you know, I'm never gonna give the right answer. I'm gonna dissect the shit out of, you know, the proposition. It's up $10. The premise is gonna be, you know, studied. Nothing, anything, okay, no, I think you're wrong, Brightboot. You have to accept the you know, irrational premise in the first place, but past that, right? Once you suspend your disbelief on the beginning premise, I think the rest was pretty rational. What's up, JR? Yeah, listen, my ex-girlfriend, the answer she wanted to that question, because it was a topic that we talked about at some point, the answer she wanted to that question was, oh yeah, I'll put you in like a nice little like terrarium, and I'll feed you nice foods every day, and you'll be like the most well taken care of worm in the world. Sure, it's a nice answer in theory, but like that's the thing. She basically, what she was asking for is someone to lie to her, because let's be realistic. Unless you're really into like worms and terrariums in the first place, no one knows how to do that properly, and no one would. And then even if you do, like, you're not in love with your worms. There's still just worms, right? So basically, you want someone to lie to you, which I don't think is, you know, I don't think that's very healthy. I would much rather someone be like, well, I mean, I don't know, like I you know. If my partner told me, yeah, if you were a worm, I would still love you, I'd be like, come on. Just feed me to some fish and then go live your life or something. You know what? Fish with me. Use me as a fishing bait, enjoy the meal that comes out of it, and then find yourself a real human you can be with. That's what I would like if I'm turning into a worm. Because I'm a worm anyway. What do I give a shit about? And you know, if I really love you, then I want you to be happy, right? I mean, it just makes sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too realistic. I have too much of a rational brain to indulge in those questions. That's what I said. Someone asked earlier, Sokoman. My question was, can worms use credit cards to pay for a subscription? If so, yeah, I love you guys. You could all be worms right now for all I know. You're just names in a chat. There's only a very few of you that I know even what you look like. Or what you sound like. You could be a bunch of sentient worms and I would have no way of knowing. Exactly, Brayboot. Yeah, everyone should get a tier 2 sub to organize in the spoiler channel where I can't, you know, read what's in there. I'm assuming it's been very active in the past few days. I'm assuming yesterday's spoiler chat blew up quite a bit. Just an assumption though. It has been, that's nice. Uploading in. Most active I've seen so far. That's great. I mean, literally, I'm not too surprised considering the fact that I had to create a spoiler chat for Blueprints before I even decided to play the game, because you guys were talking about it so much in normal chat. Which I was a bit late on, because I feel like right after I did that, you guys kind of stopped, but... Compost piled chat for tier 3 subs when? I mean, there's already a secret channel for tier 3 subs, which doesn't see a lot of activity. I wouldn't, you know, subscribe just for the sake of that, but it exists. Yeah. And it's the one channel I will mostly interact with. For no other reason than, I don't know. I just typically don't interact very much with Discord. Yeah, cushion. Oh man. No, but it's like that question. One of the questions, going back to what I was talking about, one of the questions was, would you rather kiss me for $10 or kiss a random stranger for 10 million? What do you mean? How is that even a question? It's 10 million bucks. I will kiss a random stranger and then I'll spend the money with you. How about that? And if you think that's the wrong answer, we do not belong together. I'm just saying it out loud. I'm straight up being honest there. What's up, Chipmunk? If you get offered that opportunity, please take the 10 million. These are some toxic scenarios. I mean, yeah, that's the point of the trend, right? Like, the point of the TikTok thing is, no matter what the dude answers, the girl can pretend to be mad at him, right? Like, that's the whole fun of the, like, funny part of the thing. But yeah, the reality of it is, thankfully, you'll never have to wonder. Although, I don't know, maybe it's like one of those Californication scenarios. Those of you who've seen Californication, there's, I'm sure you remember, and those who haven't, it's a like minor spoiler, but there's a thing in one of the later seasons where one of the characters starts the show with he has a wife. Eventually they divorce, she marries another very wealthy producer guy, and then they divorce and she comes back to her first husband, right? So they're together again. But the producer guy misses her so much that he's offering her like $1 million to have sex with him one more time. And, you know, the character and his wife are going through rough times financially, and they're like, I mean, you know, they're really considering it, which, listen, I understand, it's a lot of money. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I hate saying it's just sex, because sex in a loving, committed relationship can be a lot more than just like a physical thing, but, you know, it's just sex, right? Like, most people in marriages have had a bunch of sex outside of it, so, before, you know, so what's one consenting, you know, extra situation for a bunch of, I don't know. I mean, I hope I never get put in a situation like that, because, I mean, I would rather not. I would rather, you know, make some money in a rightful way and, you know, like a non-toxic way for my relationships, but the theoretical thought of it is interesting, I think. There's a nice exercise in morality and, you know, values here, I think. It is, Cassie, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Hey, Emma, what's up? Name change. I remember now. Congratulations on your name change. I hope it's been good. And good luck with the cleaning. Name changes are hard to get used to. Yeah, the only reason why I was aware of this one is because there was like a story on Instagram yesterday mentioning the name change, so it's fresh in my mind. Oh, absolutely, Chipmunk. Again, yeah, you know, obviously it's not a situation where there's like one right answer for everything, right? I'm just thinking about my own personal, like, how would I, in such a situation, you know, approach the whole thing? Like, because listen, yes, I agree with Cassie that it's a little icky, and in general, you know, I mean, it's a situation I would rather not be in, like I said. But financial freedom offers a lot of opportunities for happiness, you know. So if everyone's sort of consenting and everyone's happy with it and everyone's okay, even though like the proposition in the first place is a little bit weird, yeah, you know, as long as nobody is gonna be like profoundly negatively affected by it. I think it requires a certain personality to do that, right? But I don't know. Listen, listen. I will say this. I've had sex at least once for no money whatsoever. That I don't know if I would go as far as to say I wish I could take back, but you know, that I kind of would prefer if it never happened. So you can have terrible experiences with no money involved. So if you can make 10 millions out of it, at least there's that. What's up, Strange Pie? Hey, Mordred. That's my cousin right there. How are you doing, dude? Haven't seen you in a while. I just saw your, I mean, as I'm sure you know, I just saw your brother on Saturday. And his wife. And I hear we're gonna see each other on the 26th. On Christmas. I'm very much looking forward to that. What's up, gnomes? Yeah, exactly, Battery. I've made mistakes for free. I would, you know, I would take the opportunity to make the same mistake for a whole lot of money. I understand, Macron. Again, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of like nuances to that sort of proposition, of course, right? I'm just talking about it like in sort of a vacuum of having no context, because this is not a real situation, obviously. Yeah, no, looking forward to the Christmas reunion of the cousins. The yearly Christmas cousins reunion. Always a good time. Right. That's amazing. Reminds me of that tweet. Would you go a week without leaving your home for $100,000? With the response, I've done this before and the next payment was available. Yeah, I've listen. You could even up that to a month. And I'd be like, I've done that before. If I knew I could have gotten paid for it. I mean, typically, I mean, a week for sure, without even seeing the outside, a week, I've done that. Know that for a fact. In my worst depressive moments, for sure. A month without seeing the outside and at least stepping outside of the door and being outside in the yard. Maybe not, but you know. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Mordred. That was very unfortunate. I was very sad about it, but this Christmas it'll happen. Looking forward to catching up on all the recent developments in our lives. Good fun. Where do I sign up for that plan? I mean, wasn't there basically like a Mr. Beast video about that? With like a couple of people that didn't know each other got like stuck in a room for like a month or something for a whole bunch of money, like literally a room with nothing in it, and then they could exchange a little bit of their winnings well, soon to be winnings with, you know, like entertainment stuff, and I'm pretty sure I saw that video. What's up, Booker Bear? You'd spend a whole lot on delivery, probably. It depends. I mean, depends how you're allowed to prepare. I mean, if I was to stay in my home for like a whole month, I would get a whole lot of canned food. I'm okay with eating canned beans and chili and salads for like a month. It's not gonna be super fun, but you know, if that's what it takes, sure. Been stuck in a room with strangers is 1,000 times worse than isolation. I mean, I guess it depends. You could be very lucky, but yeah, the chances are pretty slim, right? In this case, I thought, if I remember the video correctly, they kind of got along pretty well. What's up, Shazar? How are you doing today? Chest freezer, I could probably do a month right now. Yeah. Anyway, how about we start playing day 9? Because if we keep talking about those random things, I will literally sit there and yap for the next 4 hours. And I really feel like that would be okay. Low key, that would be kind of sick. Me spending the whole day yapping and not even getting in the game. That would be so funny. Considering how it ended yesterday, right? Talk about like extending the power of a cliffhanger over a couple days. Alright, let's get in there. Yeah, Strange Pie. I mean, yesterday's cliffhanger, I couldn't have done it better if I wanted. Like, I couldn't have, you know, intentionally done a cliffhanger like that. Because I know myself. If I was to, if I had the opportunity to do a cliffhanger yesterday, first of all, I would have done it like 3 times during the run. And I would probably, let's say I'm put in the final sort of situation of the yesterday's run, I would have stopped in front of the door. Because I would have been scared that opening the door would have triggered something and ruined the cliffhanger. Right? I wouldn't have been able to do it the way that it happened. No way. Because I had no knowledge of how it would unfold, right? This was just perfect circumstances. And it created one of the best cliffhangers we've ever had on this channel. In my opinion, the second best after Outer Wilds episode 1. That will forever remain the best cliffhanger I've ever seen, I think. Because it wasn't really a cliffhanger. It was kind of just like an amazing sort of twist, right? And it was just like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? I cannot wait for tomorrow. You have thoughts on what you saw in those last seconds? Someone asked me that yesterday. I don't know. It was like sort of an underground lake with a like a rowboat, a little skiff. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna find one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, like in because it reminds me of the Half-Blood Prince, the scene in the underwater cave. All right, Mordred. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I'll see you in a month. No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get in there. Day 9 is officially begun. 70 steps. I'm intentionally not gonna open my inventory right now. I don't want to see what the pendant kept before I can check if the door's closed or opened. Yeah, Colette, nice. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's open our inventory and see what happened. The sleeping mask and the coin purse. Oh. Alright. Never mind, the door's open. Oh my god. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Okay, hold on. I don't know if this is like gonna bring me somewhere. Do I need to check the outer room first, make sure it's in place? I also noticed when the run started and I was in the hallway, I noticed there was something else on the table that wasn't there before, which I figured I would look at, you know, after this. I was, one of my thoughts was even maybe that's how the pendant gives you the items back. Maybe it's like in a, you know, like an envelope or something. Sup Edsta, sup Riley. Do I want to spend a few steps to check the outer room and that envelope first, and then we get in there? I think so. I mean, I'm spending a couple of steps, but that's okay. Because I don't know what kind of adventure I'm about to get into down there, so... It could be nothing, but... If for some reason this thing maybe, like, sends me back into the house after and I don't get to come outside, you know, I would rather take care of those things first. Okay, first things first, I want to check that envelope. Because that's a new one. Oh! Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient to you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was the end of the sentence there. Anne Babbage, house manager. Oh, Anne is taking care of me. That's how great. And I get my 2 little coins. Fantastic. Same as always. I'm looking around. I don't think anything else changed. All right. Let's check the outside door, and then we'll check what's underground. Exciting. Keeping mask in a cool. Yeah, no, of course, Scylla. You know, I have to follow my hey, my strategies and precautions have played in my favor most of the time so far. So I'm gonna keep playing the way I play, even if sometimes it ends up biting me in the ass. Whoa! Hold on. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, you spread 5 coins in the tomb. I'm a pleasure delayer. Yes, that's very true. I'm absolutely that way. Not always, you know. Sometimes you gotta get to it, but I sometimes literally like there could be a game coming out that I've been waiting for like months or years even, and when it comes out, I'm gonna buy it on the day of release, and then it's gonna take me 3 days to start playing, and I enjoy those days. Because like I get ready, you know, I take care of everything that else that needs to be taken care of, so that I know that I'm gonna have plenty of free time. You know, I make sure everything is just right for that when I start. It can be, you know, I love doing that. I don't know. I'm not sure what's wrong with me, but that's what I'm doing. This is an edging joke to be made, but I won't make it. Preparation is as pleasant as the experience. Well, hopefully not as pleasant, but it's a pleasant part of it. And it might enhance the experience itself. Yes, hello. I'm interested in drafting the tomb just for the sake of like getting a new room, and it's doesn't feel like a very useful. I mean, we're gonna get a bunch of coins if we do it, which is fine, I guess. I'm tempted to take the tool shed because bunch of items. Why not, right? You know what? I'll take the tomb. I think the lore is interesting. This looks like it's gonna be a lore heavy run. Maybe not the most efficient run, but a lore heavy run. So let's see. I'll start with the tomb. Oh god. It's one of the automatic stairs again. Hate them. This feels like a very different game all of a sudden. Oh, fuck! And obviously I didn't get to keep my, jackhammer. That would have been great. Oh, I think I need candles. I need to... Oh, shit. Okay, that's my Dark Souls Elden Ring brain, right? Like that's my From Software brain, but I'm like, this is a secret passage, like 100%. I'm sure you light those two things and that opens. Yeah, illusory wall, exactly. Well, okay. I need to make sure I remember that. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Tomb. Well, the basement. We're about to see. I'm gonna put that. Basement goes here. Tomb goes here. Light the candles? Question mark. Oh yeah, you don't see the notes, sorry. Where the tomb is now. I put the basement all the way over there. Oh, there's more. Interesting. Yep. Yeah, okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff we can light up in here. Yeah, well, goal of the day, maybe trying to find a way to light those torches. One of the goals of the day, I guess. If we ever get given the opportunity. Also, find something to dig holes, because, oh my god, one of those tombs is actually maintained. This Sinclair family crypt is as gloomy as it is immense. The true Sinclair legacy lies here, resting underneath stone, a parade of distant relations, forgotten ancestors. That's one of the angels in the church, like the baker, whatever. The music is great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are the angels that we can see in the chapel. I wonder if there's a link there. Well, that looks suspicious. Oh. The money. Each of your journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? Yeah, I don't think it is. I think there's a bunch of passages in here. Put that in the notes. This place is definitely maintained at to some degree, right? The candles, flowers on the other tomb that we were. This is great. So much stuff in this game. Open only in the event of my death. Okay. Simon. So here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I choose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition rises strong. These are the chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family phantom convention. What biography of yours will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? This is amazing, by the way, the music and everything. Goosebumps. Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend if not break these chains, then I would cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to tread this sepulchre as hallowed grounds, only to realize that the grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. And to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. Damn. What a beautiful letter. Alright. Let's take some screenshots of it. I'm gonna take the screenshots and then I'll take a moment to think about what it all means and says. God, the music is so good. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. Game doesn't like me clicking. God, the music is so good. One of my favorites, probably. Truly, Macaron, truly. Not that many of them out there. Each of them is a blessing, really. Alright, let's see. What plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention, right? Like sort of the main, like the sort of maintaining the tradition of whatever, like you inherit of this place and then yada yada. But how much of that prevents people from living the life they're supposed to, right? And just follow the same path that was read long before they were born. Right? Strangles purpose, suffocates dreams, stagnation. Live another person's life at the sake of our own, right? And then I feel like there's encouragement, right? He's trying to encourage me to break these chains and do something else with my life. And then his own death would suddenly find more meaning, right? Herbert, at the time of his death, filled with regret apparently, is trying at the last moment to find purpose. By trying to encourage you to break this cycle. And in doing so, you retroactively give him the purpose he failed to achieve in his life. Which I think is a very interesting sort of, you know... It's an interesting way of looking at your own death and trying to make it meaningful. Alright. What an interesting little bit of lore. I'm sure we'll take many more meanings and as we get to progress in the game and learn more about it. Doesn't feel like the end of it in terms of that particular, you know, narrative thread, I guess. Hold on, I need to take just a note of day 9. Hole in the tomb, maybe more than one, as well as candles to lit. To light? To lit? To lit. Huh? I'm not sure. I still have that code that I'm not sure what it is, so I'll put it back here. Still have this thing that I'm not sure what it is, I'll put it back here. The light, yeah. Latest past tense, yeah. Alright. Then we're gonna get out of here and... Actually, hold on. What's up, Kimmy? How are you doing today? Pretty okay, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. What do you think it smells like in here? Earth and roots, for some reason. I don't know. A little dust, probably. Probably a little smoky, right? With all the torches and lack of ventilation, I would assume, but... I don't know. Probably a nice cocktail of smells. Melted wax. Okay, well, since I'm out here surveilling the grounds, just before I go down, I wanna go back this way. Since we sort of reached a, you know, bit of a thing, I kind of wanna go back to the orchard and see if there's items laying there every day, or if it's try to determine if it's worth going back sometimes or not. Yeah, Goose, it was a nice long run. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm really trying to make sure I take care of everything on the surface before we go back down. What should be like a very small, tiny thing, and then back up again, and I just wasted steps for no reason. It's okay if that's the case. My instinct can't always be correct. Sometimes I gotta be wrong. Has to be something with this. Nope, nothing in here. Nothing new. I guess so, Ziam. I guess so. It is, you know, it's one of those things where you have to waste steps from time to time for the sometimes using them for something rewarding, right? You never use those steps, never make mistakes, you never find the good stuff either. I don't see it as a waste, I see it as an investment that doesn't necessarily pay off directly. All right, that's it. Let's go down now. I am ready. So my assumption here is that you need to light the 4 sconces or whatever they're called, but there's only 2 conduits. But I'm assuming that's just because, like, design-wise, you can't really draw it differently. It's like, I really wonder what that's about. It's such a strange... And there's this door here that I don't know what it connects to, and then the tunnel, of course. Maybe Simon should investigate cardio training. Yeah, like 70 steps a day now is not that great, huh? Although, to be fair, he's been sleeping in a tent for the better part of, you know, a week and a half at this point, so... It's a miracle he's even able to stand up in the morning. Alright. Okay. I'm ready to finally see what's in there. Yeah, Bryboot. That's an interesting, you know, causation, correlation type situation, right? Because obviously, when you sleep in a tent, you are likely to be on an adventure somewhere, right? Good example of. Alright. Get in. Reservoir. Nothing. Okay. End stream. The archaeological shopping center. I forgot what the name was. Suddenly I was like, what was the name of the house yesterday? Funny. Okay. Well, that looks interesting. Oh, wait a minute. That's the reservoir that was in the pump room. You can empty this shit. But then I have to find a way to have both the fountain and this be empty, right? That's why I think I'm gonna need that side thing in the pump room connected to the rest of it, which I'm not sure it is by default. But that's what I need for you know, transferring all that amount of water, I think. Unless there's another way to come down here that we might unlock. Let's see. I'm gonna take, I mean... Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't access the thing. I thought I would take the... Can't. I need the water to be lower than this. Fuck. The abandoned mine. If this connects to the elevator and the foundation, and I can't because I haven't found the lever yet, I'm gonna be very upset. I know this thing. This is the thing that was on the Secret Gardens thing. Oh, an upgrade disc. Fancy. Foundation elevator, concealed entrance, cliffside exit, minecart, fountain entrance, tomb entrance, torch chamber, rotating gear, north lever. God. A whole lot of things. The goal. Oh yeah, yesterday, the end of the stream yesterday is very well worth watching. Was a whole thing. Yeah, goal. I mean, you can always watch it after, but if you want to preserve the chronology, yeah. I think I'm gonna get screwed here. Part in the way. Oh my god. Oh. Hold on. Is there a way for me to... If I pull it all the way back... Because like... If I pull it like that... Oh, hold on. Let me guess. Foundation elevator. And then I come down here. And if I pull this thing... Wait. Yeah, I pull this thing back, I get out, take the another entrance in, and then I can access this. Maybe. And here I thought I was gonna get down there and it was gonna be like a revelation of some kind. No, it's like, hey, no, you're, you know, you don't get anything for free. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I don't even know where to start with all of this. Rich people, am I right? Yeah, no, this is crazy. Like, it's like there's a whole game outside of the fucking game. Like, there's the house, and then there's another whole fucking game outside of it. And the house was just a pretext. Like, it's like, hey, look at this little game that takes place in a house. And then it's like, oh no, there's a whole, the real game's out there. Yeah. Yeah, suddenly it becomes like a whole, like, adventure game. Like, proper, you know. I was remember when I said, like, it, you know, like, some of those things are reminding me of Lost with, like, the whole, you know, like, science stuff. I didn't know how close I was to, like, you know, realizing that, yes, there's, you know, this is Lost. You think you're on a small desert island, and then there's a whole, you know... Nothing is what it seems. This is kind of what it feels like right now. I'm like, oh. What's up, Sorrow? Yeah, no, I mean, this is crazy. You... Enjoy the rest of the VOD. Holy fuck, dude. I don't know what to do with this, though. It's like... I don't think I can fit now. Mark. Huh. And here I thought I was making progress. Instead, I'm just stuck in a different way. Wonderful. So my thinking is right now I need to find a way to empty that reservoir. That is my current thought. So I'm not sure how to do that. I mean, obviously I need to find the pump room, but I think there might be something. I might need to do something with electricity systems, maybe, potentially. Yeah, this is the point where I'm like, ooh, okay. I mean, the paper we found... Let me bring up the notes again. What's up, Harry? The paper we found says... Well, that's interesting. Beans? Points, get point, gel. Beans. Foundation elevator. Okay. I think the foundation elevator is the easiest sort of interactive point I can find right now. I know how to deal with the foundation elevator. I know what to do. So I think that's something I need to aim for right now. It feels very controllable, I think. Ideally, I get a couple of dice before I get there, but then I'll find a way to get to it. Everything else, I'm just not sure to interact with it. I mean, again, like emptying the reservoir is a nice goal that I can aim for, but it's so much water to displace. I think we need to find a way to activate that side container in the pump room, and I think that has to do maybe with the boiler room connecting to it. Which that's some advanced drafting we need to start doing there. So, yep. Well, here we are. I think we have nothing left to do but get in there and start drafting, I guess. I think I'm going spare room and then I'm trying to use the space as much as possible. Always sort of my motto. Spare room is nothing special. I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna try to sort of make a catalog of the rooms that have like electrical conduits. Oh, awesome. I'm going Parlor to get a bunch of gems. I mean, obviously we have the bracelet to be found. No, my current idea, Saladino, is at least I'm gonna try to put the elevator, activate the elevator with a side plan of if I can find a pump room and you know we'll try to find a solution for the reservoir. But my main goal is at least trying to get to the foundation and try to activate that elevator. You know, at least one thing, right? Each run, at least get one thing that gives us a sense of progress. If we don't get there, it's fine. But that's my sort of my objective for today. Is the magnifying glass always here, and I just never noticed? Because that's the second day in a row. And I may have been distracted by the documents and the boxes before. That's so funny. If I can find I'm not sure what the other item is, but and then the workshop, we can craft something to make light candles, and then go back to the tomb and see what's happening with that. The blue box is empty. The blue box is true. This is the blue box. True, true, false. True, true, false. They're in the blue box. Okay. No electrical current in this one. Ooh. It's tempting to get a few items and then go back to the entrance hall and start drafting again. I do like the idea of the Nook and then the library. because I would like to order a book. That's also like a, you know, small scale progress. Getting another book. I don't remember what the exits are in the library, so I'm not sure what it's gonna look like outside of it. I think it's gonna aim up, but I'm not sure. Let's try. I think I'm feeling okay about that. Ooh. Coupon book. Very nice. No electrical conduits. What's up, Shepherd? How are you doing today? Ah, shit. It aims downward. That sucks. I also need to drive the chapel to figure out what's happening with the piggy. I need to have like answers. I think I'm just gonna put the library down and then I'll backtrack. It's not ideal. This run's not gonna be ideal anyway. We're not shooting for the crazy completions as we typically do. We have like a more sort of focused goal today, I guess. I think getting the library down is at least some sort of progress. Had to go for a walk. Did you revisit the fountain room? Yeah, we went through it. We found a few things. We found a few objectives for us to do, but ultimately, no big reveal or anything. The two things I want to do is I want to try to get to the elevator in the foundation, and second thing, try to find a pump room to work with the reservoir and see what we can do. Yeah. Is there a dispatch? Well, seems like you're liking it. That's awesome. Can't wait to play it myself. Okay, I'm gonna put the library down. I'm being a bit careless with this one. Again, this is not, you know, me making mistakes. This is intentional. I'm just trying to get some precise things done on this one. One of which is get a book ordered. So we read the Sightseer's Guide. Let's go Swimbird by Marion Marigold. I'm just gonna go down in order. It seems like the, you know, the best way to proceed. This was written with the same typewriter as the one that Herbert uses with the broken A's. Not all of it, interestingly. Alright, let's order Swimbird. And hopefully it will be there tomorrow. Get up here, close my eyes, because feeling like watching live TV sport versus watching taped game, except the previous game doesn't usually affect the live game. Alright, fair enough. 38 hours, 57 minutes, total days 9, longest day 7 hours, 39 minutes, 50 seconds. Average day 4 hours, 43 minutes. Steps taken 781, keys turned 47, gems used 76, gold spent 212, allowance 2, total stars 12. Total rooms drafted to 235, bedrooms 32, hallways 31, green rooms 12, shops 10, red rooms 26. Puzzle, perfect record still, and upgrade disc 3 and 2 red letters. Okay, anything new in here? Oh, we have the magnifying glass this time. I'm not sure I ever had that. I ever had the magnifying glass on this other screen. Okay, now I'm like, are those random letters or does that mean something? I'm gonna take at least a screenshot of that, just in case. It feels like nonsense, but... I love that my top 3 checked item doesn't even have like 3 entries, because I've focused on the jackhammer so much. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Ah, shit. Hold on. I need to trick the system there. There you go. If I use the controller and then I press on the keyboard, it's canceling the zoom. What's up, Medcan? How are you doing today? There's the library. My favorite floor plans, the East Wing Hall. Most drafted, the Reading Nook. That's crazy. Contraptions I've made. The burning glass. Okay, I need a metal detector. That's what I need to do a burning glass, which would be nice for this run. Largest purchase, the emerald bracelet. Yep. That is true. Maybe one day the laundry room? Hey, I'm not a money launderer. I don't know what to tell you. I'm an honest man. I also passed the vault apparently a few times. Huh. Which those two probably go hand in hand very well. I don't know. Just not a very money-focused person, I guess. What can I say? Money comes second. Which is very funny to say after the conversation we started the stream with, but... Alright, we've ordered a book. Let's go back. Oh shit, I didn't check. No, it doesn't have anything. Alright, definitely not optimal today, but fine. Alright. Oh, speaking of which. Is it worth me opening it just to see what the launder currency means? I don't know. I don't know what it does. Never seen it even. It'll be dangerous. What's up, Nidals? How are you doing today? Yeah, for sure. Crazy. That's my second playthrough of Disco Elysium. Sometime next year. I think I'll go with the Pantry. In this particular scenario. Apple coins. No electricity stuff. we'll keep going. Okay, I think this is a chapel type situation. Gets me to learn about the mechanics of the piggy bank. And it's just a straight up good position, I think. Even though we're gonna spend money on it, it's fine. Oh shit! And it starts again. Okay. Fair enough. So I guess if I break the piggy... Oh, wait. The candles are already lit. No, that's it. The piggy is gone forever, I guess. Huh. Dang. Oh, that's fine. I'm not too mad about it because I think ultimately like what if I ended up with like 100+ gold in there? Like what do I do with it? Most of it would have probably went to waste even. I don't know. I'm not too mad about it, I don't think. Burn it all in the casino, that would have been the play. Or maybe there will be a mechanic that I can reset this in the future. We'll see. We'll see. But okay, the game wasn't lying. It's a one-time thing. Ooh, okay, hold on. We're on 12 stars today, aren't we? We're on 12 stars. What is 13 giving me? Where's the full list? Or in there. There. Southern Cross and Clav is the key. So we get 1 key, and we get more rooms with 4 doors. That's not bad. I'm just trying to wonder if I want to keep that for like a legit proper run. Because this run's a bit of a, you know... I feel like this run might get cut short by my intention of like aiming for something so specific. I'm not making like the best decisions in terms of like just overall draftings, aiming for a specific goal. So maybe I should keep this pretty decent combo for a better day. One day where we literally enter the house with like almost 70 steps, right? And a better like side door and yeah, something a little more, you know. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. I'm gonna put the den down. Also, perfect position for the den, so hard to pass on. Hard to beat yesterday's run. Yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's a matter of what I'm trying to accomplish with the run. Yesterday's goal was clearly to, you know, we prepared for it. We had like a whole setup for it the day before. It was really all about getting the maximum amount of rooms and value, and we did it, right? So today is a bit of a different one. Yeah, exactly. I could put the guest bedroom there. That'd be fine, I guess. Not great value on the steps because we don't have the nursery, but... I'll take it. Oh, we have the sleeping mask. This is great. I didn't even realize. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of value out of this, even without the nursery. Awesome. Alright, let's see. I like the drawing room here. I think it's a fine position. still haven't found a single room with like electrical conduit. I go left first, I think. Aha. Corridor's not terrible. I might redraw. I mean, we have access to the room under it. It's gonna cost a coin, but then we can probably go up again. So a dead end here is not that bad, actually. 'Cause here's the thing: I'm trying to not spend too many. Like, I need to keep rooms that can angle into the foundation in the right way, right? Those could do that. So I need to get rid of those dead ends. Would be heartbreaking. I need to find dice is what I need to find. I do want to get a bunch of dice before I draft from here or here or here into this, right? I need to be able to re-roll to find something that goes downward and just not rely purely on luck. Well, I mean, it's ultimately still luck, but I would like to be able to manipulate luck a little bit. Let's put it this way. It's my main goal, Night Owls, because I've established that it's connected somehow to what we found underground, right? So I need a measurable goal that I can aim towards, right, for every run. Now that we've been to the antechamber and, you know. So today's measurable goal that doesn't rely on purely on drawing the right rooms is getting to this, right? The secondary goal is to find maybe the pump room and be able to empty the reservoir and see what we can do with that. But I feel like there's more to it than I understand yet with the like the boiler room and all that. So we'll have to see. That is not great. Oh, I can redraw for free again. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Two gems. Why not? I mean, I can spend gems because if I find the code check, then I don't need them anymore. I do, however, need to find a shovel. Or... yeah, a shovel. Still nothing electrical. First locked doors. Okay. Going up? No, I think... I think I'm gonna go back and start building the center before I go too far up. Maybe. Actually, let me open that. Commissary is not bad here. I hate that it blocks the way upward. Although it doesn't matter. If we get to the foundation by any door, we have access to all three sides, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah, Commissary is great here. I think. What can we buy today? Compass. I don't remember what the compass does. Fuck, I already forgot. Oh, the shovel's there. I'm getting a shovel for sure. And... think I'm getting the compass. I'm pretty sure I read yesterday what the compass does, but I forgot. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. So if I open this, nice. Security here is actually great. I love that. Okay, let's get in there and see. Coin. We already reached the foundation. Look at us. Inventory. I'm sorry, what? Oh. Yes, every time I draw a dead end, there's coins in the tomb. Oh shit. How am I getting them? So that's the problem. If I don't have like a great ideally you find the door to the garage, right? But yeah. Oh, game. Oh my god, there's the tiny bit of lag in between like the menus. Keycard system settings, change offline mode, unlocked. Security level, low for now. And we're gonna upgrade a floor plan. Ooh, a boudoir. Okay. Plus 1 gem, plus 2 dice, plus 3 apples. Dice. Yes. Dice are way too good. Maybe I overvalue them, but to me the dice is like the best item out of the resources. It's just too good. Anything that manipulates draws and luck is, for me personally, incredibly valuable. Oh shit! Okay, typically I love the Great Hall. In this precise scenario, I'm not sure. One, we don't have a lot of keys. Two, we really need to find a way up that doesn't, you know, that's not blocked. So I think in this, well, actually, no, we do have the security room. We can already enter the foundation. Means we have access to the sides. So maybe the Great Hall's fine here. Even if we don't use it right away. Because we could find the foyer later and then. But I don't know. That's the fastest decision you've made the entire game. Yup. Yeah, Quasi. I don't know. I do value my RNG manipulation. Drawing more is always valuable. I think in this particular case, I want the conference room. Because I don't want to get... I run the risk of having to open a bunch of doors to make anything out of the Great Hall. This opens up, you know, 4 ways without any investment. And we don't need to open the antechamber today. So, yeah, conference room. The Berg died. You wouldn't play Blue in Magic the Gathering, would you? Me? Nah. I do like... a lot of my favorite decks were involved blue, yes. Blue-white control. I'm a filthy blue-white control player. Or Dimir, actually. I love Dimir. Dimir's great. That door's annoying, but actually it's fine. I want to go... Shit. Running out of keys isn't great here. Trying to weigh the value of the key there as opposed to backtracking all the way through the chapel and then building from the, you know, the bottom up, or if I want to go straight to the foundation and try to build around. And the problem is I don't have a dice right now, which again, not ideal. Drawing blind into that side could mean the end of what we're trying to accomplish today. So I would like to at least have a couple dice before I can, you know. Wait, did I go back to the veranda to dig up with the shovel? I don't think I did. Fuck, that's a mistake. Okay, hold on. There are a few dig sites in here? Yeah, there's a couple. Okay, let's dig up. Coin? Okay. Please give me a couple dice. I'm okay with that. One's gonna be locked too, isn't it? Okay, we are in trouble a little bit. Ups the voice. Shit. Oh my god. Nothing and pebbles. I think the game's making me pay for yesterday's run. That's gonna cost a little something. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. I think the Boudoir here is pretty good. $39, $38. $38, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30. Got a bunch of extra gold. I'm trying to value going back to the tomb right now and picking up 10 gold plus one, at least one digging spot versus immediately pushing upward. The problem is the lack of keys right now. That's our main issue. And maybe finding a key, you know, like a key shop, like whatever it's called, like the locksmith would be good, but then I need gold if I want to be able to use that. And since the chapel is here, I need to make that decision now, because if I go back and forth, I'm gonna, you know, pay out of my ass. So, yeah, I think because once we go up the Boudoir, if we reach the conference room again and then security, you know, if we get back to that sphere, we're never going back out, I don't think. This doesn't seem like a run where we're gonna explore the West Wing very much. I do not expect to have an open garage door. I'm not counting on it. And again, we have a clear goal for today's run, but we need a few pieces to get there. That involves getting some gold. So I'm thinking... I understand the tomb would have more value later if I can drop more gold in it, but... I think today's run is not so much about abundance of resources as it is about getting just what I need to get there. Because if I try too hard to get the things that I need, I'm just gonna get nothing. Fuck off. Speaking of getting nothing. Is the gold here as well? Yeah, it is. Nice. Ask and you shall receive, yeah. Can I please get some keys, game? I would like some keys. Oh, there's one. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know. Could you please tell the universe to send a couple millions my way? I mean, first it needs to send a little something my way. It doesn't have to be a couple millions, but a little something. And then, you know. What's up, Superhead? How are you doing today? Oh yeah, I was like, why am I getting steps for this? And entered the room. Get a gem here. Fantastic. What do I want here? I mean, eventually a corridor would be nice, especially as we reach the conference room. I think hallway into corridor would be fantastic. Or a foyer. No, where? No. I think hallway into conference room. Well, okay, we got one part. And the reason for that is the key, right? We get an extra key. And now from here, a corridor going upwards, perfect. Because then I reach into the conference room without spending anything, and we're all good. Ooh, okay. Tunnel's not bad. It's not quite what I was looking for, but I mean, technically speaking, it's a waste of a tunnel, but what am I gonna use it for? You know, it's not like I have any other plans of going north like crazy. Now I'm losing a little place in between there, but I want to keep my dice, because the real value of my dice today is getting to the foundation elevator. I think the tunnel here is the right pick. It's definitely not ideal, but it's the right pick. And the door opens. We save another key. Fantastic. Alright, what do we get to the side here? Oh, here's the fucking corridor that I wanted. Bedroom, dining room. Dining room would be a bit far away from rank 8. Definitely not great. The bedroom, probably good. Also, the dining room is good to keep in the pool, because it could be a great way to get the, you know, access to the foundations. So I think the bedroom's the right pick here. Get plenty of steps to work with. Oh! And another dice. Oh my god. Okay, this is great. Fantastic. Okay, so it's a dead end anyway. How much do I value getting an extra key and more four-way rooms? I mean, more four-way rooms, pretty much guarantees that I find the foundation, right? Key one. Yeah, I might need it actually. Again, maybe not the best run to use this, but I think I'm going for it. I think I'm going for it. We get an extra key and we get more 4-room. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I needed to actually move my cursor and click on the constellation. Nice. I love that track. Perfect backtracking, because we don't lose anything. Let's go here. Oh, we got a good digging spot. Key, maybe? No, okay. That's fine. Oh, I forgot this one was a... Well, we don't. That's fine. I can go through here. Is there anything I might want to buy here? After this, no. Okay, so every door is locked here. Which side do I want to go? I guess this side first. Dining room's not great. Well, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Gymnasium, the problem is, I don't know how much I need to value steps today. And if we need to backtrack, it's going to be a problem. I would much rather have the gymnasium on the other side where we can go around it, right? I think the dining room has to go there, unfortunately. Oh! Oh man, what a shame we're getting the car keys today of all days. Where we're literally not focusing on the West Wing whatsoever. That's a shame. I haven't seen those car keys since day 2, maybe, I think. This is also the first time I get a dining room with giant windows, and I think it makes the room so much better. Like, this is such a great, cozy room right now. It usually feels a bit claustrophobic for like, you know, a dining room, but this is great. Yeah, no, it's great. The windows really enhance the sort of like the visual of this room. Love it. All right. Shit. Sure. my god.
Oh, this is so bad.
If I take out the bracelet, it goes back in, for sure. Before the end of the day. I only have 2 gems, so maybe getting the code check could be good in case I get a bunch of like gems rooms here to make sure I can put it one here if it's the right one. I don't want to... Do I value redrawing here, maybe? Is redrawing here actually a good idea? You know what? I think it is. And then the billiard room because we get keys. Yes. Oh, that's actually good. That is actually pretty good. Yeah, correct. Very much the correct decision. Alright. Hopefully I get a good key and not... I mean, I think the electronic key would be fine too, because I can open the conference room then. And I save a key regardless. But I would rather get like a bunch of like normal keys. Okay, let's see. 14s divided by 7, that's 2. Whoa, hold on. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, right? 3 plus 13. What? Okay, that's bullshit, because how do I know which one's the one to start with? It could have been either of those. It was 13 plus 3 equals 16 divided by 4 equals... whatever. Oh, wait. I need to press on the I'm so dumb. That's on me. User error. My bad. I don't need to press every step of the way. I just make the calculation. Divided by 4, it's 4. Yeah, no. User error. My bad. My bad. My bad. 10 times... 10 times... Wait. Oh. 10 minus 2, which is 8. Times 10. 80 divided by 10 by 8 equals 10. Okay. Whew. Can you tell my brain's a little exhausted after yesterday's run? I'm not working at 100% today. But we got there. We got there. Alright, this is important right now. This is the important one. This is what... Oh! I don't have the gem! You gotta be shitting me. Okay, redraw. Okay, thank God. Whew! Thank God. Yeah, that was crazy. But hey, we had a strategy with the dice and it pays off, so we're good. Which one do I put here? I mean, in this run's pretty much a sort of, you know, a throwaway run when it comes to drafting. So I think maybe keeping my gems for maybe something and just putting the archives here will be fine. I don't think we're losing too much by putting the archives down here. Oh, that transition from the Observatory music to the Archives music. Oh. Incredible. And here's the lever. Oh my god, this is exciting. This is so exciting. See, goal achieved. You set out with a strategy, you play for it. It's not pretty, but it works. Yeah, Colette, nice, nice. All unaware, yeah. That's incredible. Man, we have so many good items, it's actually insane. But the one we have in the code check's better than anything anyway. There's a world where I tried to find the like luxury items shop, right? Like the auction house or something, whatever it's called, just so I can get the potentially the moon pendant again, because keeping some of those items would be great for next run, right? Yeah, no, this track is, hearing it again, I'm like, yeah, no, this is my favorite of the game, no question. There are a few other tracks that are like beautiful, right? Like the track when you go outside the garage door. So many amazing tracks in this game. But this one has just like, it's just personal preference, right? But to me, this hits the hardest, for sure. If I make a video game, this is the kind of music I want. Okay, I think there's an argument to try to find that luxury shop. Let's see. I can spend a few keys. I want to keep resources to go downstairs because I don't know what I'm gonna find, but I think it's okay to spend just a little bit. You know what? I'm rolling the dice. Show me what's archived. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going in there. I'm gonna turn off anyway. Not spending the step. What about this one? Ooh. Wine cellar, getting a bunch of gems. Steam's offering a combo deal of mist and blueprints. Yeah, getting a few extra resources to go downstairs. Who knows? Like I'm not sure what's gonna happen down there, but if something happens that requires gems, I would rather have a few. It's definitely a terrible position for this room to be in, but I understand what I'm trying to do. About strategy of today's run, not the long-term viability of it. I might regret that, but we'll address that when we get here. I'm so excited. Okay. Down we go. Oh shit. We get a hard gut for this. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I feel very small suddenly, like getting off of this. Character is a short king, I think. Key card, huh? Fuck, I'm gonna need the key, right? So we need to get to the antechamber again to find the key to open this. Of course. Of course. And now my carelessness obviously is biting me in the ass a little bit. I mean, listen, it's salvageable, right? There's, you know, we have options. We just need to find a way to open the doors. Just not sure exactly how, but let's roll our sleeves and get to work, I guess. I should have guessed. And the reason I should have guessed is, logically speaking, you can find this before you even find the outside passage. So obviously it would be locked with the same sort of hurdle, right? Now, even if I had thought about that, I would immediately have thought, well, maybe if you open, you know, it's locked by the basement key, but once you open one of the doors, maybe all of them are open, right? You just need to get there once, but not that simple, is it? Stage and a stag. Interesting, we have paintings here in this. Oh, I guess it's part of the foundation, isn't it? Hold on. We're on rank 6. What's rank 6? 4. 6-4. 6-4 is... yeah, gates. Makes sense. 6-4 is an E. Man, imagine if we had kept... oh god, if we had kept the fucking key from yesterday thanks to the moon pendant. That would have been so nuts right here. The value there would have been insane. Or again, if I had co-checked it. Oh well. You can't always get what you want. The pendant dropped the ball, yeah. We kept the sleeping mask and the coin purse. Sleeping mask is fine. I mean, it's definitely a great item. Coin purse, yeah, I mean, it can be good. I don't think it... don't think we found much value for it this particular run, but yeah. Now, let's see what we get. Huh. 2 gems. What are the chances that this is the hallway? Pretty high, I would say, actually. Just based on the fact that we have the bonus of extra 4 rooms today. I think I'm gonna blindly open this in hopes that I land on the Great Hall, or whatever it's called. I'm doing it. I'm gambling. I'm in a gambling spirit today. Passageway. That's actually pretty bad here. That is not worth the 2 coins, the 2 gems, unfortunately. I mean, it's not, okay, it's not awful. It opens up the west side, which is, we needed that. So, I don't think it's that bad, but it would have been ideal. Like, if we had the Great Hall, we could have, you know, potentially tried to, open one of the locks, right? One of the doors. So many things. All right, hopefully not a key. None of this is great. I don't know how much I value the lab right now. Probably not too much. I might want to redraw here. We need something that is to the west. If only for the potential chance of finding the garage. Okay. I think the Rotunda is actually... It's a lot of gems, but I think it's actually pretty good here. Because, again, if we find the code check, we do not need gems anymore. I just need steps might then become the problem. And the reason I'm a little annoyed is because the locksmith would be great too, obviously. But I think the Rotunda in this position is actually pretty damn good. Because it opens every side we still have to explore. So this is sort of gonna open up the map again and potentially, you know, allow us to explore a lot more than I initially thought we might. The only problem I'm seeing is the steps. I mean, we have a bunch of bedrooms still, and we have the mask, so we're okay, but the master bedroom could be good. At this point, we would get a lot of steps for it. Yeah, but I think the Rotunda here is valuable. Okay, before I go too far, do I quickly want to go use that upgrade disc? Or am I banking on finding a terminal later in the lab or any other room? I would lose 4 steps for that. The first one we got in the Boudoir, the second one we got in the shelter outside. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it because there's a non-zero chance I might actually upgrade something that comes up. and then suddenly it's a lot of value. Okay, we have 5 points. There's... Okay, what do we get? Ooh. Not for today, because I already put it down, but let's see, what can I get here? Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool? What? Question mark, hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool. You enter antechamber today at 2 to your low. Oh, okay. Yeah, the wordplays are funny. I was just about to mention it. Typically, you would wait until I mention it to point it out, but I was just noticing it because of the guy's bedroom. If you have a tomb on the estate today, gain an additional 4 dice. Okay, this is really good, but it requires the tomb to be down, which, you know, I mean, you get 2 dice either way, which is great. Although what I'm noticing is you don't get the 10 steps anymore. Now, here's the thing. My understanding is that this is gonna be permanent. The extra 2 to your allowance, my understanding is that it's going to be permanent. My allowance just grows, right? The more I get, the more I get. So this long term could be actually freaking nuts, because you almost always put the bedroom down. And I'm assuming I'm going to have to get to the antechamber a bunch of times during this game, right? So suddenly, you know, you get like increasing value over the course of the entire playthrough, which it's pretty hard to pass on, I think. Especially if the implication there is that you lose the steps by picking this. Or that, I like the reliability of getting 10 steps. I think this is fun, right? The hidden effect. Random thing, but I'm going for consistency, and this is the most consistent one. I mean, 6 dice is crazy if you have the tomb, but again, the condition you have the tomb to get like real value and just getting 2 dice otherwise, I mean, it's still pretty decent. But I think the increasing scaling, if my understanding is correct, and I hope it is, but the scaling of your allowance seems so insane long term. Imagine starting a day with like 15, 20 gold or something. Like that could be nuts. I think that's more value than a couple dice. Even though it's going to take a while to get there. Yeah, I think I'm going for it. Quest bedroom. Yes. Okay, so the one that's already down hasn't changed. That's something I wanted to check. It doesn't retroactively change on the day of. Okay. I do think there's something interesting in this game with the way permanent choices are mixed in with impermanent ones, right? The fact that some decisions you make are sort of, you know, permanent for the playthrough, I think is a cool little mechanic. I slammed the guy's bedroom so fast. I understand, I get it. Again, dice, great value all the time. It's, like I said, it's my favorite resource in the game. But I think the potential of scaling there with the allowance is, to me, very interesting. It's very appealing, even though the requirement to get it is pretty, you know, significant. But I'm sort of like banking on the idea, and again, I don't know how the game's gonna play out, right? Please do not confirm or deny, but I'm banking on the idea that eventually you start doing a bunch of runs and you kind of always get to the antechamber, and I don't know, maybe that's not how it's gonna happen, but I like the idea of a scaling money resource. Money translates into keys, dice, everything, like, potentially. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the fact that the most value was reliant on getting the tomb outside, because I don't think I'm gonna get the tomb outside too much. I don't know. Oof. Sure. I mean, at this point, yes, I think. The problem is I need to make sure that I do not fail to bring it back. It's a step issue. I'm gonna have to be careful with my steps here. I do not want to lose that bracelet. That's nice. Not only do we get a bunch of keys, we get to open the door here. Which only gives us a message we had already seen. But the other step of that is I can't open it right now, I don't think. No, yeah, I didn't find the... I need to break a room. I do want to see what happens if you open the garage and you have the key to the car. If there's any special interaction with it. So my goal right now is to find a breaker box. Which I only realize now I also locked this entire side there, which is not actually... I probably made a mistake there. Oh! Secret garden key. A battery pack. One thing I've been wanting to try is if the battery pack can be connected to the arcade game, make it run. Sucks. I do need the steps. It locks us out of the entire left side unless we manage to get back through the dark room, but I do think I need the steps because I'm running really low on steps right now. Oh, but hold on. Oh shit, then it all comes down to blindly drafting from the dark room, isn't it? The problem is I'm blindly drafting regardless unless I go with the weight room, which sucks. I can't afford to go with the weight room because I'm not gonna have any steps left. And I'm blindly drafting regardless. Yeah, this is tough. This is not great. I need the steps. This run is a little doomed anyway. I feel like, you know, we've been sort of like barely surviving for a little while. Really hoping dice here, but okay. I'll take the steps to afford experimenting a little bit. And again, I need to make sure I get to check my bracelet again. So hold on, I need to math already. I want to make a detour to the commissary. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. And then from here, let's assume it goes poorly, right? 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Worst case scenario. Oh, wait! The dining room's open. We're gonna get a bunch of... I completely forgot about that. The dining room's now open. We're getting a bunch of steps. We're good. Alright, Glegger. Have a good one. Yeah, dining room's... Wait, dinner's served, right? Oh! I have not entered the Darkroom. I've technically not been at level 8, but I will, so it's fine. There's 20 coin in the freaking tomb. Oh boy. Yeah, see, I was wondering if maybe like the battery could allow us to do something there. Do I want to get the sledgehammer? Or the salt shaker? I don't think so. Not now, at least. So there is merit in keeping the money anyway, in case I find a freezer, but yeah, dinner will be served as soon as I cross into the dark room. Ding 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 ding. But now I need to blindly draw, so well, here goes nothing, I guess. Okay, this one costs gems, so I'm gonna pick this one. It's probably a better room. I'm trying to like guess what it could be based on the gem cost and what's available in the pool. Let's see. Oh, speaking of pools, that's actually a great pick. Holy fuck. Let's open this one. Oh! 3 gems! I don't know what it is, I don't care, I'm picking it. I've never been there. The Cloister. Okay. Do I want to go back to the dining room and take it now? Because steps. Okay, I need enough steps to go back to the dining room. That's the you know. just to make sure I can go all the way back to the code check, right? What's up, Ruby? Yeah, great pool, great random pool, right? I was worried about blindly picking from the Darkroom, and it turned out perfect. It couldn't have been better, really. See, that's why the Emerald Bracelet, I was so intent yesterday on getting that Emerald Bracelet checked. Like, that shit's insane once you get it going. You get so much value out of this. Which is also why I really want to make sure I don't, fail to bring it back today. So we need 15 steps, so hold on. Let's say I try to fill this side first. Maybe we find a secret garden. That'd be amazing. Like, the secret garden here would be literally the nuts right now. Like, that would be just pure beauty, getting the secret garden here. So hold on, I'd be 14, 13, worst case scenario 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then 20 plus. Worst case scenario, right? I don't know what the dining room's secondary is today, so I'm kind of, going blind there. But yeah, let's go to the pool first and see what we can draft on the side, and then we'll see where we are. We'll figure out the next step based on what we can draw on this side. I'm really hoping for a secret garden. That'd be amazing. Yeah, that's not how it works, right? First you use the key, I guess. I don't know. I'm running out of keys, though. That's one of the issues, but... Okay. Oh, that's a hard one, and I'll explain. I think going with the gem archived one has the best chances of getting me something good. Potentially with another exit and then, But it could also be like a useless shop or something. But if my goal would be to get the secret garden, if I'm trying to guarantee the secret garden, that's the only out I have, right? Is hope that this opens to something and then we get the secret garden. Now, that being said, something I've been really wondering for a long time is if I open the garage and I have the keys to the car, does something special happen? That's something I've been wondering for a while. So this could be a great opportunity to figure that out. And if it's nothing, at least I can cross that off my list and never think about it again. I would rather guarantee knowledge over a random chance at something, I think. For this particular run, we already achieved the goal we set for ourselves. We know what's down the foundation. We know what the next step of the journey is. It's opening the antechamber, getting back down there, and, seeing what's next, right? So we already have like a next step of the journey. So the goal of the run is successful no matter what from there on out. So I think I'll take the extra knowledge in this case. Even though obviously if I gambled the secret garden and I would get it on one of those two rooms, it would obviously be amazing, but yeah, I'm going for guaranteed knowledge over anything else. I'm doing it. Hey Elisa, how are you doing today? Was the sleuthing today? It's been a crazy couple days in the estate, in the Mount Holly estate. Yesterday was insane. I had like a 9-hour long run where we filled the entire thing, and it was just absolutely crazy. It's just a bunch of okay, Ruby. No, I get it. Trust me. I've done plenty of blind pools and in fact gotten very lucky. So, but I'm also a very sort of like methodical and strategic player. I like checking stuff off of my lists and being able to put my mind at ease, you know. Okay. Now, how do I proceed from here is the question. I can take another step. Okay, we got a broken lever. Would be useful. I feel like the broken lever is always there. I always get the broken lever in this room. I've gotten it in other places, I think, but this room always had it so far. Feels like. I don't know. Let's make sure to see if next time we also get it. Your void looks extra dark today. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, Nibiru. Full house on day 8 is insane. Yeah, it's alright. Alright. I mean... yeah. We almost had it on day 7 already. Like a chunk of my head's missing. Oh, because of the dark? Yeah, I mean, you've already seen me do the... you know, I can disappear. I can literally just vanish. By pulling up my t-shirt, so... I could make one of those like crazy, you know, makeup things where you use black to remove parts of your face and then you know, I don't know if you've seen those types of like fantasy makeup before. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, I have a few steps. Oh shit. Oh no, okay, we just deactivated it, so that's fine. Okay, so we have an open door virtually on the other end of it. I'm just not sure what the Cloister has yet. I know a few things about the Cloister. Hold on. Let me go back to my notes there for a sec and find the entry about the Cloister. I think it was this. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Veranda, currently in the Cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Rena. Yeah. There might be a link between the Cloister and the chapel, and with those angels and everything. We'll see. Just not sure when I want to go to the dining room to get my steps, but as late as possible, I would assume, because then I can go to the garage and all. And also check my bracelet back in. I really need to be careful with that shit. I do not want to miss my return. Whoa, hold on, what? A covered wall and colonnade surrounding an enclosed and seemingly inaccessible garden. A solitary angelic statue in the center of the grassy patch provides this secluded court a hallowed atmosphere. Okay, I did not expect that. This is, huh. Clearly you couldn't go there, because there's, like, you know, there's diggable spots, so... Wonder how I... Oh, nothing too valuable. The sleeping mask, which was okay, and the coin purse, which I don't care too much for. That's what we got. Yeah. Not the best pools we could have had, right? We had the basement key, so I was rooting for that, which would have been great because we went down the foundation and got stuck again. And it doesn't appear that today we'll be able to open those doors, so... I mean, it could have something to do with the statues, right? So that's a statue of Orinda, which wanted to be replaced by a statue of Rina, the chapel, from the chapel. I mean, the tomb has a few statues of Rina, I'm sure. There's something to do. I mean, if I go outside again through the garage, we'll be able to investigate the tomb again, see if there's anything to do with that. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a note of that. Hold on. Cloister seems inaccessible. Maybe a link with one of the statues of Rina in the or somewhere else. Link with the gardener's entry. It would have been great, yeah, Colette. Okay, the courtyard's not bad here, I don't think. I could gamble, but I think having a guaranteed decent room's better. Although, what does the courtyard really give me at this point? Bunch of diggable spots. Maybe a couple of extra items because of the veranda. And another door, right? Yeah, I guess the other door is what I'm sort of... Oh, fuck! The metal detector. Now I need a workshop because I can make like a burning thing and we can try the candles in the fucking tomb and, you know. Oh my god. Oh god, this is not gonna work. Hold on. Also steps. Steps check. 9. Let's say worst case scenario. 8. 9, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, it's getting short. I hate it. It's getting so short. Now I'm trying... I'm kind of sort of given up on entering the antechamber unless we're like super lucky with a pool out of nowhere. I've sort of given up on the antechamber. What I kind of want to hope for is a workshop up here, so we can craft a candle, a lighter, right? I don't remember the exact name of the thing, but you know what I mean. Yep, let's get in there. Okay, hopefully we find a fruit in one of those things, like a turnip. Oh, fuck, I don't have the sledgehammer. Oh, God, and I have the money for it, too. Okay, hold on. Okay, game. Okay, that's good. That one key here is pretty decent. Okay, paid for itself. Oh no, that's the silver key. Which, what's it? What is it again? Better rooms, right? Unlocking a door with the silver key will lead to a room with many doors. Doesn't look good. I'm gonna pick the room with 3 gems, obviously, but doesn't look good. Okay, hold on. Can we do something with all that gold? I don't think so. No, because we don't have any more rooms to open, so we can't freeze it. And here's the thing, I think if I cross the threshold of this one, I don't think I'm coming back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my, wait. We're on 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm really trying hard not, you know, to make sure my math is correct there. 9 steps. Can we confirm? Yes, 9 steps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm like quadruple checking. And then 20. What's in the commissary that could be useful, that we could spend money on? Nothing left, right? That was just a sledgehammer, which we don't need anymore. And then we check the garage. Nothing of value happened. Man, we have so much gold. We would have like 100 gold by the end of this, and we're gonna lose it all. It's so unfortunate. And there's nothing I can do with it. I'm looking around trying to think of, like, do I have any other options? I don't. It's a shame. Damn shame. Okay, well. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Is November 15th. Almost playing in real time. Okay, I am really worried that this is gonna cost me a step. I don't know why. I am paranoid that this is cost a step and then we're screwed, because it suddenly becomes 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and then we're screwed. Man. A secure on-site depository filled with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified strong room holds a good portion of the Sinclair's fortune, despite the fact that several inventories have led accountants to assume the true legacy is hidden elsewhere. Okay, low-key, there's an argument to just not get in there. Just out of fear of losing a step. I'm so paranoid. It's fine. Ooh. That felt very scary. I'm scanning for like a missing number or something unusual. Mouse here. Feels like we Like maybe there's a key, one of these things to find. Because like right now we can't really do anything about it. We have a plane and a lamp. Not sure what those two are. I'm trying to confirm the letter that I have here. An F. Oh, flight and light. Yeah, no. Short king problems. Statue of Anubis, for whatever reason. Symbolism of death and all that, you know. Thing. Yeah, we'll have to investigate this place more at a future date, potentially, with, you know, the key or whatever. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, I really don't want to make a wrong step here. This whole thing's hanging onto a thread. Mr. Bren, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Have a good night. All of that. Okay, right on time. Ooh. Chicken and fries. Sorry, stuffed wild quail. Chicken and fries. Local Mount Holy delicacy. Delicacy served atop a plume aigre doux with roasted potatoes, bacon lardon, and wild chives. Makes me think of that dude. Have you seen videos of that dude on TikTok who does like the videos about how to properly eat things as a distinguished gentleman? That dude's so funny. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, I would never eat like that. Not even like in a 5-star restaurant. Yeah, I love it, Credo. It's so funny. I mean, I know how to, you know, eat properly, right? But just, this shit is so excessive. Yes, yes, Ruby. And the wildest thing is the rice. Like, you don't scoop the rice or anything. No. You use a fork. You leave it upside down and you push a little bit of rice with your knife on top of it. It is crazy. Crazy behavior. It would literally take me an hour to eat a bowl of rice. Yes, I know. Has to be a joke. I mean, I think part of it is a little bit sort of like, it's done as a sort of like a cheeky, jokey thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if those are actual, like, you know, etiquette, like real etiquette rules that just nobody ever applies anymore, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if those rules were once considered correct, right? But yeah, clearly, I mean, the guy is having fun with it. Yeah. He wouldn't be posting TikToks if, you know. I don't think, you know. I think he's in on the joke, obviously. I think he understands how silly it is. Now, does he live his life like that? Who knows, right? Maybe he does. But it also seems like a bit of a character on top of everything else. Alright. Rotunda. check back the green bracelet. Okay. I'm just having a you know, a good think about it. Is there anything that has more value than this currently? So, would I want the garden key? Like, the secret garden key is the second best, I think, in this case, because I really want to find the secret garden again. The emerald bracelet, I think, has way too much value. Like, that shit's insane. Legitimately crazy. I think I'm just going for it. It loses all its value if we get the outside room with the steps instead, but I'm mostly at the stage right now where I'm still experimenting with a lot of outside rooms and new things, so I don't think I can like gamble on the fact that I'm gonna pick a room that, that I already have. So I think Emerald Bracelet is just too valuable at this point. What's up, Gecko? I wouldn't say so, no. We found a lot of interesting stuff, but... We found a lot of interesting stuff, but we, unfortunately, are getting to the end of it, I think. Unless my next intuition is correct, which we're gonna check in just a second. What's up, Aloshe? Alright. Here goes nothing. Is the combination of the garage being open and the car keys do something? No. Okay, fair enough. I thought maybe, you know. I thought maybe if you have the car keys and the garage is open, maybe there's like a special interaction with the car. Now I know. Now I know it's not a thing. No joyride for me. Apparently not, yeah. Hey, it's... Listen, I've been thinking about that since literally the first time I found the garage, which I think was on day 2. Yeah. I've been thinking about that since then, so... Because on day 2 we found the garage and the key, the car key. And then I was like, oh, if you can open the garage, then what, you know. So it's good to be able to cross something off the list. We don't have to think about that anymore. I feel okay about this outcome. No, I don't get the beautiful outside music today. That's unfortunate. I didn't deserve it. The beautiful outside music is for winners. Let's see. We're on day 9, Zia. Day 8 was yesterday. But yes, only one run today. As with every other day. Okay, I need to find a statue of Rena. First. Wait. Wasn't my gold supposed to be somewhere in here? What? Does it go to the conference room? I mean, it's not a spread, is it? Hold on. What was the exact phrasing? Oh, it is a spread. Never mind. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna lose the gold anyway. I wanted to see how much gold I would have had, which it would have been 99. It's not like we can keep it or anything, so whatever. But first day in the tomb, yeah. Yep. Is this Rena? Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're going back to the Cloister, aren't we? Oh no, I don't have enough steps, I don't think. Oh. Wait. Oh, I know what to do! Can I do that with every statue? Hold on. Yes, okay, hold on. No. We're putting that one back up. And we're putting that one back up. And I'm bringing up my notes. I know exactly what to do. Where is it? There. First one, well, I mean, turns out it's this one. First one is this one. Second one's the baker. Oh, I was actually correct. I was actually doing it right, accidentally. Third one is the one with the hat and the what's it called? The pitchfork. Oh, that's the room. Fuck is it? Pitchfork. 4 is the chimney sweep. Where was the chimney? Here. 5 is the broom. 6 is the jockey. And finally, Veranda. I'm not gonna lie, I expected something. Hold on. I believe one of the documents we read mentioned an eighth one, right? God, I don't remember what that was. That's the problem with screenshot-based notes. This is not ideal. Based note. Because I remember, I don't remember where it was, but I remember at some point something mentioned the names And there was an 8th one, and I remember being like, huh, it's weird, because we only had like 7 statues in the fucking chapel. But unfortunately, I do not remember when that was. So I'm just... taken more text notes. The fortunate. Yes, Sila. Well, the modest sum of $10 per month. But I understand. I understand. I prefer making it slightly less accessible for the sake of keeping it clean and all that. Okay, whatever it is, if I took note of it, whatever I saw, I didn't keep track of it. I forgot. And that sucks. I forgot to maybe make a screenshot. Unless it was... Oh, watched over by 8 Acheron angels. That's, I guess, why I thought 8. It's literally in there. Okay, then that was just that. Okay, never mind then. We're good. I found the information I was looking for. It just doesn't lead to anything that I can... Well, I'm sure I did it... I did them in the right order. I am 100% sure. Hold on, let me triple check my my angels. Maybe maybe my count was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I was right. I did it in the right order. I mean, maybe it did something and I just don't get to see the effects. Maybe I need to, you know. Maybe I need to go back to the Cloister, which I don't think I have the resources for. Okay, let's see. Getting out of this, 13. Crossing, 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh shit! Hold on. We can go back to the Cloister, but then if I'm wrong and that's not it, then I'm, you know, well, that's it. We don't have any more steps to work with. Which... What's up, Philanor? Shadow Cone. But yeah, I'm 100% sure I did it in the right order. So unless I did something wrong, like maybe touching them, maybe starting wrong, canceled, you know. Maybe I need to do it right immediately and not fumble. I'm just gonna double check around, but then we'll go to the Cloister, and if that's not it, that's not it. I just feel like it would have made a sound or something, right? Do I need to light the candles as well? Like, is there maybe like a stack of mechanics? Not just one thing? Yeah, maybe there's more than just having to pull the levers, huh? Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, I mean, I did my best. I did them in the right order. Is there another statue somewhere that I might have forgotten about? The only thing I could think of is that it did something in the Cloister, but it just doesn't give you it doesn't tell you that it did. That's my only sort of, that's my current best guess, I guess. And I don't have the steps to try anything else, so I'll take the chance. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay. Wait, wasn't there another statue somewhere that I noted? And I was like, oh, that's an interesting... Oh, no, that was the... I was thinking of the Egyptian one in the... Bolt. Clearly a different thing altogether. God damn it. I don't think it did anything. Man, I really thought I had something there. I must have made a mistake somewhere. I don't... It's a shame. It's a damn shame. I mean, at least we, you know, a lot of interesting knowledge in this run. Lots of interesting understanding of things we can do, and we have goals for the next one, right? Like plenty of stuff. Overall, I consider this a success because we achieved the goal we set out for ourselves and more, so. I did check what I needed to check. think we call it a day. Yep. Nothing else to do. So many coins lost. Oh my god, so much gold. The Architect's Manor. 6 drafting rooms. Total rooms 37. Rank 9. 133 steps. 12 items found. 3 new rooms. Yeah, this wasn't even meant... I didn't think this run would be even that big. This was meant to be like a, you know... I had very precise goals. Well, I mean, the beginning we didn't really know what was going to happen with the basement, right? But after that, once we figured out that, okay, now we need to, you know, find other ways to progress, the foundation was the only goal and we got it, so... After that, everything else was bonus. Alright, day 10. Ladies and gentlemen, will be a story for tomorrow. After the incredibly long stream yesterday, I'm gonna take the opportunity to have a bit of a shorter one today. Gonna be able to get some rest and come back more refreshed even tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a big one. Tomorrow, we're trying to get, you know, as full a run as possible. We have the code check with the bracelet to get free rooms without the gems. We're going to focus our resources on coins and keys. We're going to try to be as strategic as possible, fill the whole thing up, get to the empty chamber, and hopefully find the basement key and get to the foundation. That's the goal tomorrow. Go through the foundation entrance. And if we find the pump room, maybe try to do something with the reservoir. And, you know, tomorrow's a big day. We're going to have plenty of stuff to do. And then a few side goals, you know, depending on how things go. If we can figure out something about the tomb levers that we just did. Who knows, right? We'll see. But the main goal is going to be to go through the door at the bottom of the foundation. That's the main goal of tomorrow. So I'm going to try to make that work. Anyway, that's going to be it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for the lurks and the conversations. And thank you again for being with me on this journey. It's been quite something. What a great video game. And there's so much more to find. Finding this opening under the house in the basement and everything that's down there makes me feel like there's so much more outside of the house itself that, you know, we haven't even scratched the surface of that. I feel like it's gonna be yeah, we're nowhere near close to any sort of conclusion there. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow in about 20 hours, 7 p.m. Central European Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, for more adventures of Blueprints. I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day, evening, or night. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, remember me, and I will remember you.